account, then just go back to the free tier once AWS unblocked it due to the payment
Okay.
issues.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Was it that you tried multiple times to add a payment, a
Yeah,
bank
I
card,
tried
and then
the digital bank, but they're not verifying. So I tried a traditional bank card. I think my savings. So then after that, it
oh,
was I received the email that the account was blocked
yeah,
for
yeah, I saw
further
that.
activation or verification, things like that.
Yeah, sometimes AWS can be tricky, and
Mm,
in recent times they've hardened their sign-up process. But I always recommend Clever. Do you know Clever? Clever is a virtual bank. You can get a
mm,
Clever card or a GPay account. AWS really accepts them. So
mhm,
I use Clever. Even I think I've used my Clever card to create about 2 to 3 AWS accounts. I didn't
mhm.
flag it.
Okay,
So
we'll check
you
that.
can yeah go through the route, but just make sure that you have a new email address. Each time you're trying a new sign up, you have to
Mhm.
create a new Gmail
Yeah,
and
so
then
I created
like
a new email as well as a mobile number, but yeah, I right
okay.
now have a mobile number right now.
No, you don't have to, you don't have to use a mobile number.
I
You
think
can
I
have
think
a
that's
backup email.
oh
No, you can bypass that. You don't have to
uh
use a mobile
okay.
number.
Copy.
Mhm. Yeah, all right. So
Thank
that's what is, so in retrospect, you haven't started your assignment. Is that what it
you.
means?
Yes, I just started. So I'm planning to. I tried to. I mean, to do it on my free me paid account. So I will just continue to do that
Okay,
to
just
pay.
as soon as you, yeah, as soon as you're done, you can take down your infrastructure so that you
Mm-hmm.
can manage your costs properly.
Copy. Thank you, Ms. Jai.
Yeah,
That's all.
Joy,
Oh, that's it.
I have something to say to him.
Okay,
Okay,
please.
is he using the same internet connection to open the account? Because
I,
AWS, yes,
Oh,
AWS can flag the IP address.
yeah,
oh,
you're right.
Do
yes,
you
ma'am.
understand me?
Yes. That's same. I use the same internet ISP.
Yes, if you need
Yeah,
to open an account, you might need to change your network.
Copy.
You
Yes.
can still use your system, but maybe you use another source of internet
Yeah.
because
Mobile data.
The IP address you used before, AWS has taken note of that, so
Mm,
they'll
mm,
flag
yeah.
it. That's one. Then I don't know if you have made friends with anybody in this group already. They can give you permission,
let me
so you
show.
can finish your assignments and then all of that. I don't know if you can do that. If you are friends already, you should have. This is like the
Mm,
third
Mm-hmm.
week. You can
yes, ma'am.
make
Right.
friends. You can't do this alone. You need a teamwork.
Right.
So
Copy.
make
Right.
friends. So they could give you permission. Then you do your assignment. You can consider working on your account from next week.
Mm-hmm.
Copy. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ms. Jai.
yeah, that's very true because some of your teammates have had to make them create IAM users and give to some people having the same struggle. I think that have
Mhm.
happened. 3 or 4 people have created IAM. So that's another route you're going to explore. And I'll also ask in the meeting if there is anyone that can create an IAM user for you here so that you can start off with your assignment while you sort out your account issue.
Copy.
Yeah,
Thank you
no
for the
problem.
recommendations.
You're welcome. All right. Is there anyone else with something? I think a flexible course of computer MAC address. Yeah, she just said that. She just said that. All right. Is anyone with any issue they're having, something they want us to look into so that it can make their work easier and we can have a high turn up tomorrow? Because we really need to have a lot of people get their assignment turned in. If we start getting backlog in the second, third week, that's going to be a whole lot of problems. So we need a high turn up of assignment. Are we learning in the process? It's not just about doing the assignments. Are we sure we are learning in the process? Okay.
Good afternoon, Auntie Joy.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma.
How
You
you
have a wonderful
doing?
day.
Hello, Michael.
Yes, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I'm also having a similar issue. So I've been seriously, doing some troubleshooting. Although right now I'm not on my system, so I joined the call on my phone. So after I created my AW account, and I was able to also install Nginx, and I did all the setting following your videos. So, but during the course of the
Mm. Is it just me? Because I lost your connection in a minute.
I also lost.
Yeah.
He's not audible. His network is bad.
Yes, can hear
Okay.
him as well.
I'm getting recurrent queries regarding. Faith, can you hear me? Okay, well, wait for him to reconnect. Is there anyone else with something else? Just raise your hand if you want, if you have any question.
I don't have a question, but I think I'm going through these assignments actually. So I don't have any. So far, I completed two assignments for this week. I think I'm still third assignment also almost half of the way. I just only feeling that actually, every day if we spend like 2 hours, it's not going to be enough actually because I feel like it's a too much of because if I complete, for the sake of completion of assignment, 2 hours should be good enough. But to go into the depth of it, actually, what does that command do, and how does it goes, and what else we need to go. Like if I say, what are the ports are open, like TCP, UDP ports are open. To understand that command more detail, like you need to spend a bit of a time there. So I was like struggling with my office work and getting there. So I was feeling like, I don't know how many like every day 2 hours is definitely not sufficient. I think we need to do more.
Yeah, that's the reality of what we are dealing with. I think almost everyone can relate to what you're saying. We have to deal with work, we have to deal with family, we have to deal with DMI and other personal engagements. But somehow we must find a way to integrate all of them and make it work. Without these assignments in the way that they are, it will be difficult for you to actually know a lot of concepts. If we don't have this hands-on, it will be difficult. It's easy for me to give you a theory, give you material to study, or give you a video to go and watch. You can't compare it with when you do a hands-on. You get to experience some errors, you get to fix it, you get to learn. It's just the sacrifice, it's the hazard of the job, which at the long run gives us something to be proud of. So just find a way to clean up your calendar and see how you can make some adjustments. With
Yeah,
time, you get a
thank you.
rhythm. Yes, with time you
Yeah,
get a rhythm, so it becomes easier.
because I was like when I was doing the assignments when I was stuck, I could see like we have a cheat code in front of us, like because your solution document is there, so we just go there and check that. So
Yeah.
instead of struggling on our own. So that cheat code, like I say, like it is a cheat code only actually, because we just see there and we just follow, the error will disappear. But if you want to
Mm.
learn on your own, exactly going depth of it, it will take a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that is true. Although the solution document isn't just for a cheat code, that's not the intent. I think the intent is, if you look at it very well, you see that it has a lot of explanation. Every command that you run will tell you
Mm.
why you're running the
Yeah.
command, what the
Yeah.
output is. So if you
Yeah.
take your time to study what you're doing And then even with the solution document, you're still going to encounter errors. You're still going to make mistakes. But that's more like guides you. And then if there is anything missing from solution documents, you can research it more. Let's say I talk about Nginx. You can go further and ask yourself, what other web servers can I use apart from Nginx? I only told you Nginx, but we have
Yes.
Apache, we have
IIS,
Appline, we have so many of them.
IHS. Yeah.
Exactly. So you can dig deeper despite the solution documents available. So solution documents is just to provide you with all the resources. And if you go down, you will see a part we call the references. We try to give you extra materials, both in video forms, both books, documentations that you can read to broaden your knowledge of the topic. So I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Ibe, you're raising your hand up, please. Unmute yourself and go ahead. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yes, my name is Genika. Sorry, I'm presently at work, so I can't turn on my camera. I noticed that the GitHub repository, that is the main, there was an update to it.
Okay, when did you notice that?
I think Mr. Pravin sent a message concerning that, so I had to check, and there was an update. Now the update, when I tried to merge it, I was having a conflict.
Oh, were you the one that shared a screenshot?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I tried that now, and I noticed there was a conflict. The original one we downloaded wasn't merging with that, So there was a process, and along the line, I almost lost my assignments that I was doing, but I was able to recover it. But I noticed that the week 3 assignment now has 2 folders. It has a Linux and Bash for DevOps, then it has a Linux for DevOps stroke screenshot. I also noticed that all my screenshots, that when I succeeded in merging, that all my screenshots that were originally in the screenshot folder, they were all moved to the Linux for developers through screenshots. That was where they were. Sorry.
Is someone speaking? Sarah, can you mute? Who is the person? Faith, are you speaking? Faith, mute. How do I mute her? Faith, mute your mic. Oh, it's all right.
Okay. So
Muted. Sorry about that.
Okay, it's fine. Please go ahead, Ibe.
So my screenshots were all moved to the week 3 Linux for DevOps screenshots. Because when I tried looking at the document, I noticed that my screenshots were not showing anymore. My outputs were not showing anymore. So I had to check and notice they were all moved from when I merged to when I now upstreamed the original from the updated repository. After I merged, they were all moved to the DevOps stroke screenshot folder.
Okay.
So I don't know if my question basically is, why do we have another week 3 Linux for DevOps to screenshots when the first week 3 Linux and Bash for DevOps already has a screenshot folder in it?
I want to look at what you're saying because I just merged my own upstream this afternoon. So I want to see. That's a week 3. Sorry, give me a second. Let me look at. I'm looking at GitHub right now. I want to see if I can pick up with what you're saying. 2 folders. Week Linux and Bash for week 3. There's basically only one week 3 in my GitHub. But my question, first of all, to you is, while you were having the merging conflict, did you actually read the messages that Git was giving you? Because
Yes,
sometimes when you want to,
yes, I
what was
was
the
able to solve that.
errors?
I solved it. Because
No,
originally
it's
the
not.
error was
It's not about solving it. It's about understanding what you were doing, the conflict, what was causing the conflict. Because you may end up having to do all those screenshot movements by yourself by giving authorization to Git while it was trying to merge without knowing that you're doing that. I think I had one of the people that I helped to debug yesterday had all his stuff deleted by himself because when Git was asking for a merge conflict, Git will basically ask you, would you want to retain the changes in the in the stream upstream, or would you want to keep the one in your local? So you have
yes,
to answer that question and
yes, it did that, but I think there was some renaming that was done in the original repository. There was some
okay.
arrangement that was done in the original repository that even when you try to upstream it or you try to try to sync fork it, it
Mm.
does not merge easily. It was showing something about, it showed that there was renamings done and a
There were
rearrangement done,
modifications here.
modifications done that was not in the original stuff, and he wanted me to do certain things which I cannot remember. But the summary is that at the end of the day, when I finally was able to sync or upstream it, there are two
Mm.
folders presently. One of them is Linux and Bash for DevOps,
Mm.
and the second is Linux for DevOps stroke screenshots.
My
So,
I don't
so
know. I don't have.
the
Okay, go ahead.
the week three, the one of them is colored. One of them is colored. That is the one with the Linux and Bash for DevOps is colored, while the other one is
Mhm.
not. So probably what it did is, let me even look at the original stuff. Yes, even on the original, it's still the same thing. There are two folders. There are two week three folders.
Interesting, because what I'm looking at from my own GitHub, this is my own fork. I want to go to the main repo and see if I can confirm to week 3. Because I have just 1 week 3 here.
Because originally I noticed too that there was no week 4 folder originally.
When did you do this? When did you fetch from upstream?
About 24 minutes ago.
24 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I fetched like in 2 hours ago. So in my own, what I'm looking at from here, let me share my screen so that we can look at this.
Okay, good.
So this,
Now, yes, now yours has just one. That is the Linux and Bash for DevOps.
yeah.
Mine
And
mine has the second one, which is week 3, Linux for DevOps stroke screenshot.
okay. And for commit, I want to try something. I want to
I think
fetch from, I
I
want
think
to
you are
see
four,
whether there is an update again.
yeah, you are 4 commits behind. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that I want to see whether this would apply. Let me fetch again and see. Come on. Branches. Okay. Oh, you're right. Hold on. W Q. Any 4. Okay, let's check GitHub and see what I have there. I still have just one week. Let me check the original.
And it's still showing 2 days ago also. So
This is, yeah, last commit. I want to look at the commit and see. 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago. So this is the latest now, 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago changes. Forget about what you're seeing there. This is the commit history, and these are their hash. So this is up to date. Commit is 16th. This was done an hour ago. This was done 2 hours ago. So could you try to fetch again? Let's see. Let's see if the changes you're talking about got let's see what the changes you're talking about. Let's see. What am I doing? Do you understand? Try to fetch again, because from what I can have here, I don't have 2 documents. I don't have 2 week 3. Can anyone else confirm what they have in their
I
repository
can
if they have the same thing?
share my screen. Let me log in.
I have the
No,
same thing.
just look at your GitHub and tell me if you have double week 3 in it.
I have double week in it.
Okay, gotcha.
I also
All
have
right.
double.
Okay. Okay, this is something that we'll have to look into and see why, whether it is a deliberate stuff or if it's something that we'll have to make adjustment for. Okay, because even from what I pulled right now, let me see, git minus 1 line -5, I think. I don't think my command is correct. Hold up a bit. I want to check the commit history here. Okay, so bottom line is that I'm just going to look into it and see why we have two different folders, if those were deliberate or if they were not. Then we'll see how to get it. But my question is, how does that hinder the progress of your assignment?
My
Having these
screenshots.
2 these 2 folders
My
in the
screenshots are
repo,
moved.
assignment progress.
my screenshots were all moved
No,
from the
your line is
original
breaking.
folder. Can you hear me? My screenshots were all moved from the original folder to this new folder. And since they were moved, you know, they are not what is the word now? The output is not showing because the folders have been the screenshots have been moved to a new because the screenshots have been moved to a new folder.
Sorry, I was kicked out. Network kicked me off for a second.
Okay. I said
What were
my
you saying?
my screenshots have all been moved. So there's no output anymore on my screenshots
Okay.
because they've been moved to that new folder when I updated it.
Your voice is breaking in between. I'm not sure whether it's my own network or whether it's yours, but I'm not getting what you're saying.
Can you hear me?
Hello? Can anyone hear him? Is it coming? Okay, please go ahead, Vin.
My screenshots on my preview, when I do a preview, my screenshots are not showing anymore because they've been moved from the original folder they were into another folder. That is what happened. So
And
it basically means I'll have to move them back. I'll have to move them back to the original folder that they were in for them to actually show in my
align.
in the preview in my.
Yeah, please do that. Is the updates that we did this morning came because it was necessary. The intent wasn't to derail or upset anyone's workflow. So if you can do that, please kindly move them over to the folder where they should be. Okay? This was just necessary. The update was necessary. Otherwise, it would have created more problem. So just do that if you can. Move it to the folder where you think it's meant to be.
Okay.
Is there any other thing?
Nothing else.
You're welcome. All right. Okay, hi. Where's Clever? His hand was up.
Yeah, Joy. Yeah, evening. Yeah, good evening.
Good
Can you hear me?
evening.
Yeah. Pertaining to the two folder stuff, yes, it's true. But the thing is this, the new created folder, that one with DevOps, right, contains the new answers solution, and also another another folder for this for the screenshot that is empty. So what I did in my own case, but if you go to the other one, you see that you will not see you will not see the solutions, but you see the screenshot folder and your screenshot. So what I did is I had to copy my screenshot from the folder that is not having the answer solution to the
I don't know
new.
if it's my network, but you're breaking up.
Okay, because I am actually en route. I'm on transit. But then can you hear me?
Yeah, you were breaking up.
I said, can you hear me now? Is it clear, or I should just go out and come back in?
It's clear. You can go ahead.
Okay, so
No, you can go ahead. It's clearer now.
okay, so what I'm expecting us to do, or what I did in my own case, is I copied the screenshot into the new created folder where we have the assignment solution. So since the screenshot folder, the name is still the same, the path will still be the same. So the other one now that is empty, we don't need it, so we can delete it. Because two folders were actually created, one with one labeled Linux with DevOps, and the other one is just
sorry.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Sorry.
Yeah.
We are not the ones that created the folders to start with. So
I
when
know,
you
Just okay, hold on. Guys, hold on. Regarding the two folders that we have. I'm going to make inquiries about it and then make an update. If it's something that we have to take one out, we inform the group. Let's not go taking one folder out yet. Let me confirm from Sir Pravin, and then we'll see
Okay.
if it is necessary or not. I don't want us to have to create a lot of confusion around it. So just give me some time to figure it out, and then I'll send message in the announcement, and we can see how we go about it. Okay.
Sounds good. I've done the same thing and it's showing now, but like you said, the folders were not created by us, so I don't think it's proper for us to delete until you get confirmation concerning it. So thank you very much for
Exactly.
your time. Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay, is there anyone else? We have about 12 people in the house. Someone's hand is up in the
Yeah,
chat.
Joy. Hi. Good evening. Good
Hi,
afternoon.
why is your hand raised inside the chat though?
Okay. Okay. I just raised there only. So
All right, it's
just I was
fine. Go
doing the
ahead.
practical, and I
Okay.
was watching a video and watching. I was doing the practical. I got stuck in yeah, this React app. So let me share my screen.
Okay.
So I'm trying
Yeah.
to troubleshoot.
Well, you have to describe the problem for me first before you share your screen. If it's something worth sharing screen for, then I'll tell you.
Let me know if it is visible to you.
It is visible, but it appears you didn't hear what I said. I want you to describe the problem first before we see if it is something worth sharing screen
So
for.
actually, I was
Oh,
trying to build that React app. So while running
you're
this,
still not listening.
oh sorry, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I said you have to describe the problem for me first. If it is something that a simple recommendation would not work for, then I'll say, okay, go ahead and share your screen. Because if we
Oh,
make
oh,
everyone share their screen, it's going to be very time demanding, and we don't really have all that time. But go ahead,
got
since
it.
your screen is here already.
So actually, I was doing the practical. So while doing the practical, I'm getting this error. So when checking, it might be some port issue 443 for the security group. So while applying
Only
that
inferior.
port details also, but not able to connect to the.
This does not look like. Where did you get this source code from? Can you clear your screen a bit?
Okay. Shall I clear?
Yes. Yeah, clear.
Okay.
LS, let me see what you have inside your folder. Okay, nothing. Okay, so you want to clone and you're getting an error. Let
Yeah.
me see. Where did you get the source code from?
Just I'm watching your video. I'm just running
You
all those
typed
commands. What? Yeah,
Did you
I typed.
type it? No, it's certainly to be wrong. You don't need to type it. You go to Udemy, you will find it.
No, no. This is the thing I'm putting here, so I can see it's opening.
No, okay. Open it
Okay.
in
No,
Git, let's see.
no. Sorry, sorry.
The URL is broken. Go to Udemy and copy
Yeah.
it.
So I'm
You're using
running
a
the
broken
same.
URL.
So if I put here.
Hold on. Hello,
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
on.
yeah,
Copy the
yeah.
code from here. Click on code and copy it here. Let's be sure you're copying the right thing. Yeah. No, yes, use that.
Okay.
That's
Next.
right. And you come to your terminal, git clone, then you paste. Space. Yeah, run it.
Enter.
Enter. Do you have a slow connection?
No,
Taking a
it's
little bit of
connection is fine for me.
time. Okay, let's just give it some time.
Yeah, might be. He's sharing the screen. Could be taking some time. Slow connection. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
I think it works now. Looks of it, actually.
No, you have to allow it to finish.
Earlier
Or
also it
is
was
it finished
taking.
from your end?
No, not yet done.
Okay. Oh, okay. I think this. Do a Control C. End it. All right. Update your server. So the ABT update.
What's the command? Git update
Sudo
you are saying.
apt update.
Okay,
Yeah.
sudo apt.
Update your server. Sudo apt update. Type the command. Update. Run it.
All
Sudo apt
packages.
upgrade. All the packages are up to date. Upgrade it. Sudo apt upgrade -y. Upgrade.
Upgrade.
All right. So try to clone it again. This is unusual. Well, let's see. Pulling
Takes.
from GitHub. Let's give it some time. When you were getting the errors, was this what you were experiencing?
The error it was showing like this, unable to access. This is the error I was getting. So while checking in Google, it's saying that need to check the proxy, other things. Checking these things also.
Okay. Just give it some time and see whether it's throw in an error.
Okay. Meanwhile, you can, if anyone else having some issue.
Yeah, you can pull it down. Just give me an update when you succeed.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm on stop stream.
All right. Is there anyone else with something you want us to talk about? Hi, George. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
No, nothing.
All right. What's your assignment progress? Have you submitted?
I'm not done yet. I've not submitted. I'm on the fourth assignment actually. I had issues
Okay.
with my network, and also I was a bit busy initially. But now
Okay.
I plan to round up everything today.
Okay then. That's the good news. All right, right on.
Thank you.
Let's see who else is in the house.
Again, it's having the same issue.
Who is speaking?
The
What
same
issue?
regarding the same gate. It's not connecting the clone.
You're not able to clone?
Yeah, correct.
That may just be a network issue. Because what error are you getting? What error are you getting?
Fatal error that is unable to access the URL what I was trying. Failed to connect to
Just check. Go back and get the URL from. You can log out of. You can disconnect your Ubuntu machine and connect back. Just exit your server. Just type exit. Then give it maybe a few seconds, a few minutes, maybe a minute or two. Then log back in, and then try it again.
Okay.
But did you update your servers when you logged when you installed when you launched your EC2 instance?
Yes, I
Did
did
you
that.
update? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because that's always a very important practice. That will refresh your entire APT packages, package tools to refresh it and get you the latest versions of all the softwares and dependencies you're installing. So, but exit and then try it again when you log back in. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Seems like we're making progress. So the solution walkthrough for the bash scripting part of the assignment has been uploaded. So you can go ahead and access it. Has been uploaded on Udemy. Angela just informed me. So if you need anything out of that, the solution document has been uploaded. So you now have access to all of it. Please make it a practice to reference the solution document, the error handling aspect of it, the references before reaching out. Try to find the problem and solve it first. If you try all your best and you're not pulling through, then you can reach out. The essence of giving you that solution with predicted those problems is just to help you troubleshoot by yourself. Part of DevOps job is troubleshooting, so just refer to that document. And also, most importantly, you go to Discord and find out if someone else have had the same problem you're having. Such person may have received recommendation or advice that worked for them, and those advice and recommendations are still on Discord. So you can go there, read through, and find if you have a problem that has been solved already. Then you just get it fixed there. Also, make friends, network, send hi, say hi to people. By this time during my cohorts, I am sure I've made more than 10 friends already. I run to them first before I come to the general group. It's very, very important that you build a community for yourself from here. Those people are the ones that will recommend you for a job. They are the ones that will say, oh, our company is hiring. My friend, come for an interview. And they will pull you through. These are people you call by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and they will begin to make friends, say hi to people, bond over the errors you're having, bond over the groups that you share. Make friends. That is very, very, very important. Okay. So I'm looking. If you have any question, you can raise your hand or you can put it in the chat. Network took me out. Is anyone with something they want us to address?
Just final one thing, Joy. On
Okay.
the assignment 3, the LinkedIn post, okay, of this week, because assignment 2 is all about the LinkedIn post of
Is it my network?
Sorry, able to hear me?
No, I can't hear you. Your voice is breaking, I think. I don't know whether it's from me.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, I don't know. I think maybe I don't know what's going on. So I was just asking actually, in assignment 2, the LinkedIn post is all about the deploying the React app and showing the screenshot and giving. But for the assignment 3, the LinkedIn post should contain uh, what should it contain? Actually, in assignment 3, it's all about the production maintenance rehearsals. Actually, like the OPS, the production maintenance drill. So we need to write a random blog on it because there is no mention of anything there. They just said that a LinkedIn post, okay, but they did not mention what is all about.
Your LinkedIn post should always talk about that particular assignment, challenges that you faced, what you learned, what the activity was. For instance, you did a production management drill, right? So there are
Yes, exactly. It's a
one of
production
them is
maintenance.
intentionally breaking the server and fixing it. Yeah. Breaking the server and fixing it intentionally. It's a great point, a great area to focus your LinkedIn post on. So I think you can basically write your LinkedIn post on any
Something related to that
assignment
assignment.
and it will come out very well. I think my network is poor. I have a very poor connection. Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right. No worries. I
Did you
think
get what I
Jacqueline.
said? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yeah, that's all right.
All right. Hi, Jacqueline. Go
Hello.
ahead. Unmute yourself and go ahead. Hello.
I don't want to sound like a broken record about this, but so again, I'm on
No,
assignment
don't ever say that.
because I always talk about the assignment 6 and the VS Code part, but I really don't want anyone to get confused about it because I was very confused about it. I saw Anjana had already updated the Udemy course and it does have the solution walkthrough. But I think it's going to be a lot clarifying if the assignment the assignment 6 folder file, the assignment file in our GitHub repository, because will it be easier if I share my screen and clarify this better? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
okay, thank you. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. So in the Udemy course, everyone now can go to assignment 7, and if they scroll all the way to part 10, it does have the full solution walkthrough, and you can click it here, and it will provide you with the steps. So if you've already done the upstream, what you will notice that I think a lot of people had questions about the upstream, but I'm not going to really talk about that part. I'm just going to talk about assignment 6, right? So in assignment 6, they mentioned, and ignore my screenshot, it's just a placeholder, open in VS Code. Now, I don't want to sound like a broken record about this part, but when I reviewed the assignment task, I can see that what the steps require is to create the claude.md file. And then once you create the claude.md file, you enter in all the required script information, the commands required for that the
On
content required to be in the Claude.md file, and then all you have to do is cat the Claude.md file and show it. And I just hope
right.
that maybe what the team can do is you can remove the phrase here in VS Code, because I do feel that many of us might get
It's
confused.
contradictory.
Yeah, we might get
Mm-hmm.
confused if we don't verify what the information is saying here. And we might think, okay, if it's in VS Code, then I'm going to think of my agentic AI where I have a Claude.md file here and I have to have this here as well, when that's not the case.
Oh,
So I understand this
okay. So
now,
this is
clearly. Yeah.
okay. This is assignment 6, task
Task
what?
2. Task
Task 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you. I'll look into it and then we'll make the correction, just make it align to avoid this confusion.
Yeah, because I've had the confusion for
Thank
a
you.
while. I don't want anyone else to face it as well.
And your confusion is well founded because instructions are not clear, and so you have every right to question the differences. So
Okay.
it's fine.
And yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much. I'll stop sharing now.
All right, you're welcome. Okay. Anyone else? Or do we bring the meeting to a close? Anyone else with a question, confusion, something?
Hello, Joy.
The only thing before we closing the leaderboard, I think that something it's good to revisit once actually, because I could see the anomalies as I mentioned to you, Joy.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello, Joy. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You are.
Okay. So I have to do the rest of the remaining part of the yesterday's assignment. So did you start the assignment? Sixth one?
I'm still on the 4th. I think Jacqueline was on the 6th,
Not
I think.
it. Maybe I think yeah, I saw her.
I've only created the React app in the Ubuntu server because I kept getting stuck at task 2 thinking what was going wrong. But I also wanted to share there was a solution to it, but I don't think that's required anymore. I just hope it gets clarified later on. But I think for now we can continue with the
Okay, as I did the half yesterday, I was going to do the rest today. Let me do the rest so others can. So before that, if you have any other questions, you can ask.
Hello.
Yes, go
Hi.
ahead.
Yeah, hi Anjana ma'am. Ma'am,
Hi.
actually I'm getting the one issues. The third assignment. Can I share my screen?
Can you
Can you
please tell
describe the
in which
problem
step?
first?
Yeah, I explain you. Yeah, actually this is a third assignment. Okay, it's yeah. When I entered this command, but yeah, there is no show the my name is in index.html.
What is
And
this?
SRE app.js.
Oh yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
remember that.
there is my name is Ashwini Garje. But in index.html it is not showing. It is not found. My name is there.
It's your name
What's the
is
issue? I don't know.
yeah.
Also, I tried to resolve it, but it is not getting same issue.
This is not an error. What command did you run?
Which command?
What command did you run to say this?
Yeah, the npm run build command. After that, the build folder is there, and also copy the build folder to the HTML folder.
I do not understand your question.
This command use.
Your screen is frozen on my end.
But Tanisha ma'am,
Can you clear your screen so that we can see it?
my screen is visible.
Yeah, it is. I think it's just frozen on my
Yeah,
end.
this just a minute. Yeah, this step I follow.
I'm sure.
But my name is not showing here.
Your name is your name supposed to show here?
No, my name
Your
is not
name,
visible there.
Can you go ahead with the
your name,
next step and you can check?
There is a many large of files.
this, if I get you correctly, this is React app, right? Right?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the React app.
Yeah, this is the
Exactly.
second assignment, yes. But the third assignment, my name is not showing in index.html file.
I think once you
Okay,
deploy
clear
it,
your. First of all, I want to see what you have inside your index.html. We can clear your screen. Let's use Nano to do that. Clear your screen. No, clear.
Did you build before updating?
Nano.html,
What are you running?
no? Also, a search is here. The Ashwini is not showing.
You're not listening. You're running the wrong commands.
Which command?
Close this Nano. Close it.
Okay.
Exit Nano editor. Clear your
Yes.
screen. Now go back to my React app. cd dot dot.
Okay.
ls. cd src. ls. Cat app.js.
Sorry, can you please repeat it?
Cat app.js.
Cat app.js, okay.
Capital A.
Yes.
So what we are looking for is you didn't do that. You didn't do the editing. Okay. The editing is there. The group is there. All right. So when you deploy it, you don't see it live, right?
Yes.
There's a possibility that you didn't build. You have to build again inside. You have to run npm build. Then you have to reload Nginx. Anytime you make any modification, it would not show unless you restart Nginx. No, you have to build. You're not listening.
Joy, sorry to cut you short. I think she's able to view the output of the React app from the web. But this particular command that she's running, I think the command is supposed to grep command is supposed to filter out a certain keyword, but it is not filtering out that particular keyword, because this is the same issue that I'm having join the session. you can still access the Nginx from web, but when you're running this particular command, this output that she's getting is the same outputs that I'm getting. Also, I noticed that in the assignment walkthrough, this particular part is missing from the assignment walkthrough. Sorry to cut you short, sorry.
I'm confused right now because I don't know the end point. What is it that you guys are trying to achieve? She mentioned that she didn't see her name when she reloads on React app. Then I wanted to see first if she made that changes. After making the changes, she will build, reload Nginx, then we'll go back to the browser and confirm. This seems like two different problems, so please can you clarify me?
So anyone knows this problem?
I do not understand the problem. So, Anjana, do you understand what she's saying?
Actually, I
'Cause
entered the step-by-step follow the command. No any missing the commands. So.
Joy lost. Hello, Joy.
yeah, I can hear you.
Joy, let's look into that later because I need to do the rest of that assignment.
Okay. You can say hi to me via DM so that we can look at it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
As well as, who was the other person that spoke? There was a guy that spoke. You can say hi to me later, and we can try to sort it out.
Okay.
Angela, please check your WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, hello everyone. Can someone tell me if you have started the assignment 6 of week 2? Okay, let me share my screen and I will do the rest. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, Anjana.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you are doing well.
Sorry?
Because you are sick. Thanks a lot.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let's start. I'm going to the assignment. Okay. Yesterday we have covered this bash scripting part. So let's see what is actually we are doing in this assignment. I'm going to revise again. And here what we are doing is, let's say the actual scenario. So you are a on-call DevOps engineer. Let's say on Monday, one customer is raising an issue. Let's say it's something like the website is not opening. So right after you get that issue, you are not going to restart your system or doing something. So instead of that, you need to check what has happened. So you can run commands manually to check things like is Nginx is running, its port 8 is listening, or is the application is responding locally, or is my disk nearly full, or is enough memory available. So let's say on Tuesday, there will be another issue. So you need to manually run these commands again. So let's say day after tomorrow, there will be another issue. So you need to run the commands manually again and then analyze them. And after that, analyzing them, you are deciding what you need to do to fix this thing. So this is something repetitive and also manual. So as I mentioned earlier, we can use bash scripting to run these manual commands using, we can automate it. So we have solved one problem for this bash script. And then even if we are running this old command using our bash script, still we are analyzing our results and then we are taking the decision. So we can get the help of AI to analyze this result from this bash script. So let's say we need to check manually these 5 things exactly. So we are adding these 5 checks to our bash script. So we automated running these commands manually. So after that, we can create a report. By running this bash script, we can take the evidence and we can create a report, health check report. Let's say it is health check report. So we can use our agent to analyze this, our AI agent to analyze this, and it can give us. So now our agent has taken the analyzing part as well. So let's say next, our agent is suggesting us a safe next step. Let's say instead of telling our agent something like this, the website is not opening, what should I do? Instead of telling something like that and getting a random result, we are giving our bash script and then our agent will run it and then it will provide us a health check report and then agent will analyze that. Then it will provide us a command what we should run, like it is deciding what is likely reason to happen this, and then it is providing us what should we run next to fix this, and then also how to verify that. Our agent is going to provide those things as well. So most of our manual work we have automated them. Now we are not manually running the commands, and also we are not analyzing the commands. The thing we are doing is we are taking the decision and we are running the command to fix that. We are doing the things to fix the issue. So let's see how it is going. So here you can see our task 1, confirm healthy baseline and create the workspace. I have explained this yesterday. So in this assignment, what we are going to do is, so we need to intentionally create an issue. We are going to intentionally break our application. So before analyzing an incident, we need to know how our system is behaving when it is healthy, when there is no problem. So to know what is incorrect, so to know what went wrong, first of all we need to know what is it, how it is behaving when everything is going well. So that's why as our first task, we are going to confirm the healthy baseline and confirm our healthy baseline. So what we are going to check is, first of all, we are connecting to our Ubuntu virtual machine where we have deployed our React application, and then we are going to check how our healthy application is what is it giving us? Confirming if Nginx is active. Like we are checking Nginx status. So if it is healthy, it should give us this output as active. So that is the healthy baseline. And also we need to confirm the port 8 is listening. This is the healthy state. So for that, we are manually running this command. Yesterday we ran this command. And then if our application is healthy also, it is confirming that port 8 is listening. So we can get that result using this command. And then we need to confirm that the application responds from the server. And for that, we are running this one. And then creates the, this one is created in the work folder. So these are the commands we need to run to know our healthy baseline. That means what we need to run if our application is healthy. So these are expected output. So when we are checking if our Nginx is active, this command systemctl is active Nginx, this will return active. And then from this output, confirm that port 8 is listening. This command, it will need to output. In the output, this port 80 should be appear. And then the next one, this command, we are running this command. And then it need to be output. In that output, there need to be this 200, okay. And then we have created this workspace. And when I explained this yesterday, we have this command. I will walk you through this command again. There is something I need to explain. Okay, let me here. The command is, let's go to the command again. Command is this one. Find dot max step for dash type D piping. We are piping it and sorting it. This find means it is finding files or folders. And then dot means the current folder. Here dot means finding in this current folder, and maximum depth means. Here you can see levels. This dot, our starting folder, it is level 0. And then inside that, if we have another folder, child folder, it is level 1. So inside that, if we have another folder, it is level 2. And inside this folder, if we have another folder, it is level 3. So our current folder inside that, subfolder inside that, and inside this folder, we have another subfolder, level 2. And then inside that, we have another one, level 3. And inside this one, we have another subfolder, it is level 4. So this command is analyzing until this level 4. And then here it is saying dash type is D. So from this find, it is finding directories. So it is finding directories in this folder, and it is going until this level 4, to find the directories. And then after it finding these directories, Then it is sorted according to alphabetical order. Okay, here you can see type D restrict result for the directories. If we want to find files, we need to change this to dash type F and then sort just alphabetize the final list of path. So maximum depth for searches from level 0 to all the way down through level 4. 5 levels of directories in total. Anything nested deeper than level 5 plus is skipped entirely. So after this level, this is not checking. This command is not checking for directories. So that's why we have given this max depth. So the result after that, as you can see here, and I can also run and show you again. I have already logged into my EC2 server. Okay, let's copy again. Okay. Okay, I need to log into my server again. Let me clear the screen. And then I have copied it. Oops. This is not the folder. This is Ubuntu users home folder. If we run pwd, you can see this is not the folder. So if we run ls, we need to go to this parent folder, v3 Agentic Linux. Like this. We run pwd again. You can see this is the actual folder. And then we can run the command we have run earlier. This one. Okay. Now you can see in this level, we can see our current folder. The folder we are in. This one, our parent folder. And then inside that we have .claude folder. So inside .claude, we have this one subdirectory skills. And inside skills, we have this Linux triage folder. So after that, we can see in the second level, this is the 0th level, this is the first level. In the first level, we have reports directory as well as script directory and also Claude directory. So in here, we have 0, 1, 2, 3. We have 4 levels. All those 4 levels have displayed here, and also it is displayed into alphabetical order. That's why this Claude is coming first. Okay, that part is done. Okay, then the next task. Create project context and safety rules in Claude.md. So what we are going to do is, we are going to create our Claude.md file and we are explaining Claude, what is this project doing? What are we going to do? And also what our agent is allowed to do and not allowed to do. Here we are, as you can see, we are giving our project overview, also incident overview, and then there are some safety rules, also output rules. So in here, as I mentioned earlier, our agent is going to run read-only commands only. It is not going to run like, it is not going to edit our files. It is not going to restart Nginx. So we have restricted those things. Okay. So in here, if I explain project overview session, it is telling this project builds a read-only Linux Nginx incident triage workflow for Ubuntu Lab server. This is explaining what is this project is going to build. And then the bash script is responsible for collecting system evidence. So from our bash script, we are running five health checks. And then it is collecting those evidences and it is creating a health report from them. And what is Claude code is responsible for? It is clearly mentioning here. It is responsible for analyzing that evidence and explaining a safe next step. So bash script is for collecting evidence. Claude code is for analyzing that evidence and explaining safe next step. And then we have our incident workflow explain. So it is telling always follow this order. First of all, gather evidence. That means before doing anything, it need to gather evidence. And then if it is using bash script, first of all, it need to run that bash script and analyze the evidence. That means it need to analyze the report coming after running that bash script and ask the human to approve and execute any recovery action. So Claude is not going to run any recovery action. So we are the DevOps engineers and we are the decision makers and we are the ones who executing those recovery actions and verify the system again. So actually Claude is also providing us verify action, and also we are going to run our skill again and verifying it again. And then these are safety rules. In these safety rules, we are clearly mentioning what it should not do and what it should do. And here it is saying never stop, start or restart the service automatically. It is saying never stop, start or restart the service automatically. So as an example, Nginx, it cannot stop, start or restart the service automatically. Those things can be done by human. And never install or remove packages. It cannot do this. And also never edit Nginx configurations. It cannot edit Nginx configurations. And it is saying never delete files or directories. It cannot do this thing as well. And it is saying never use rm-rf. It cannot remove files. And then chmod 777. It cannot give these permissions and it cannot reboot or shut down. It cannot do these things. And use only the bash script as the primary source of incident evidence. So the primary source of incident evidence must be our bash report. So it is clearly saying use only the bash report. And recommend a recovery command. It is analyzing the evidence and it is recommending us a recovery command. But do not execute it. It is not executing it. Instead, we are telling it only recommend it. And do not claim a root cause until the report contains supporting evidence. Sorry, unless the report contains support evidence. So, our report should contain support evidence. Otherwise, it cannot claim a root cause. And then here, these are the output rules. So when analyzing a report, so after our bash script is running, we are getting a report. So after analyzing that report, it should show as output overall status. So here in our script, we have three not situations. We have born and also healthy and also unhealthy. Healthy means status code is 0 and born means status code is 1 and fail scenario is status code is 2. So from these three, we need to tell what is the overall status. So then it need to tell here failed or warning checks. So if you can remember, yesterday we have counted these checks. There is a counter variable. You check these failed or warning checks. I will explain you again going forward. And exact evidence from the report. It need to output the exact evidence from the report as said. And after analyzing it, it need to decide what is the most likely cause for this incident. And one safe recovery command for the human to review. It need to suggest one safe recovery command for the human to review. So it is only suggesting, it is only giving us. So we are the one who is executing it, who is deciding about that and executing it. And it need to provide one verification command as well. So these are the things we have mentioned in this project overview. And okay. And the next thing is, let's go here. Okay, I will go to this. Okay, I will go to this later. Before that, I will do this. Let's create this Claude.md. I'm going to my React app, EC2 terminal, and then I have tested this before, so I need to remove those things. So I'm removing these things, my Claude.md. And also this one. And if we check what is inside reports, okay, we can remove this. These files as well. And confirm if they are okay. Dash rf report / star. Okay, now those contents are gone. And then this script. Okay, now let's check. Okay, all clear. Now we can go here and then CD week 3 Agentic Linux. We are already in this folder. And let's confirm that. So you can see we are already in this folder. So we are going to open Claude.md in Nano. Okay, Nano Claude.md. And then you can copy this content and paste here. Okay. Now I can press Ctrl and O, enter, and Ctrl X to exit. We can check the content has added. Yes, you can see here. And then let me clear the screen. Okay, that part is done. And then use Agentic AI to plan before writing the script. So here we are telling Cloudy Code to inspect the environment and produce a read-only plan before creating any bash code. So before we are creating our script, because we need to create a bash script. Actually, we have created it here, but in this scenario, before creating this bash script, we are going to tell our Claude Code to first inspect our environment, and then it can give something like proposal, like what commands you need to run. Here you can see here. This is our prompt. This is our prompt we are giving to our Claude. So it is saying read claude.md. Do not create or edit. Let me. Okay. Read claude.md. Do not create or edit any files. Inspect this Ubuntu server using only read-only commands. So it is saying inspect our Ubuntu server which has deployed our React application. We are telling it to first inspect our Ubuntu server but only use read-only commands. You cannot run other commands. And propose a bash incident trial plan with exactly 5 checks. We are telling it, please propose us a bash incident trial plan with exactly these 5 checks, and we are telling it we need exactly these 5 checks. Those checks are Nginx service status, active or inactive, and then port 80 listening state, and then localhost HTTP response, and root disk usage, and available memory. And then it is saying for each check, so we have given 5 checks. For each check, show the Linux command. So we are telling it to suggest us a Linux command and then show us what the healthy result looks like. So if our system is healthy, show us what is healthy result look like after running that command, and also what the failed results mean. So if a result is failed, it need to show what the failed result means. So we can get an idea by the command it is suggesting us what the healthy results look like. It is giving us that. and then what a failed result means. So we can go to our Claude and then we can add this prompt and we can see what will it give to us. So here you can see expected output. Claude read the project rules, performs or proposes read-only checks, and returns a 5-check plan without modifying any files. It cannot modify any files because we have advised it not to do. Okay, let's go to our EC2 terminal and then okay. Then open our Claude Code terminal. Okay. Now we need to copy and paste this prompt. I'm copying it and I'm going to paste it here. So how we need to paste? Shift and insert. Okay. It has pasted. So I'm going to press enter. So let's see what is happening. Okay, it is saying I'll inspect the server with read-only commands to ground the proposal in. What's actually happening here? Then lay out the 5 checks plan. So it is showing us the commands it is going to run, the read-only commands, and it is asking our approval. Do you want to proceed? So we can check if this is read-only command and we can give our approval. So this is systemctl status nginx /-- no pager. So this is read-only command. We can give our approval by pressing 1. So this is another command. It is telling us what this is checking. Check localhost HTTP response. So do you want to proceed? It is asking. So we can give yes. Okay. Okay, here you can see what are the command it has run. Systemctl stated nginx, no pager, this one, and then this command, and then this one, and then df-h, this one, and then 3-h, this one. So how I expand it is, here you can see ran 5 shell commands. I click on this 5. So you can expand this. And if you need to again come back, you can do like this. And it is saying us current status is healthy. That means all 5 checks, it is explaining here. All 5 checks came back green on this server right now. I ran them read-only to validate the plan against real output. No incident in this is in progress. So these are the evidences gathered. So nginx service, this is the result, active running. And then port 80 listening, this is the result. And then localhost HTTP check. So this is the output. Then root disk usage. It is saying 65% used. And here, this is the output for memory. Total free and available. And then this is our agent's proposal. Proposed 5 check incident triage plan. So, nginx service status. This is the command it is suggesting to us systemctl status nginx -- no pager. So as if you can remember in our prompt, this is our prompt, show the Linux command. So here it is showing us the Linux command here. And then it is telling us what the healthy result looks like. So then it is telling us healthy. Here you can see healthy. Healthy result look like this: active running, no restart loop, and these things. And then next here we are saying, and what the failed results means. Okay, here you can see failed means active, failed or inactive, dead. Nginx trashed or was stopped. Check process. Exit code and journal for the crash reason before recommending a restart. So this is one proposal it is giving us. And then port 80 listening state. It is giving us this command. And then it is explaining what a healthy output look like. And then what is failed means. And then this is the third one for HTTP response. For that it is proposing a command and showing us what is healthy status look like and what is failure look like. And then here root disk usage, it is proposing us a command and how healthy look like and how failure look like. And then available memory, it is proposing us a command and it is saying how healthy look like and how failure look like. Okay. And then it is saying further incident workflow. This is step 1. Gather evidence only. Okay, here you can see it is telling us something. Further incident workflow. This is the step 1. Gather evidence only. So where was our incident workflow? How does this know about that? It is knowing about that from here. You can see incident workflow. Always follow this order. So what it has done, it was gathering evidence. It was running 5 read-only commands. And from those results, it was gathering evidence. If a future run of this plan surfaces a failure, I'll analyze it again, these healthy or failed criteria, cite the exact evidence, and propose on recovery command for you to approve and run. I won't execute it myself. Okay, it is saying the next step, how the next steps happening. Here, analyze the evidence. Ask the human to approve and execute any recovery action. Here, it is saying, if a future run of this plan surfaces a failure, I'll analyze it again this healthy or failed criteria and cite the exact evidence and propose one recovery command for you to approve and run. I won't execute it myself. And also it is giving here a recap as well. We are building a read-only Nginx incident triage workflow for this Ubuntu server. I just proposed a 5-check plan: Nginx status, port 80, localhost HTTP, disk, memory, and confirmed all checks are healthy. Next step is your go ahead to formalize it as the bash report script. Okay, it is also telling us what we need to do as well. So here, if we read it again, we are building a read-only Nginx incident triage workflow for this Ubuntu server. That means our React app server. And it is saying, I just proposed a 5-check plan, including these checks, and confirm all checks are healthy. And it also confirm these all checks are healthy. So the next step is your go ahead to formalize it as the bash report script. And that's all. This one is not related here. And now we need to create our bash script by referring these things. It's proposal, but we don't need to exactly include in our bash script these. We must not need to include these commands in our bash script. Instead, if we need, we can use them. Otherwise, we can use another commands as well. So as an example for this Nginx service status, here the command is systemctl status nginx -- no pager. So if we actually run this, okay, so I'm going to exit from here because, so for that, I'm using this exit here, exit to exit this CLI. Okay, let's run again. Okay, I have exited from there. And then I can run systemctl status nginx -- no pager. Here you can see this command is low. So if we are using this, in our bash script, if we are going to do some conditioners, if we are going to use some conditioners, we need to compare some values. So we need to write some long commands to like take the output, like if we only need this part. So the output of this command, this is the suggestion from our agent, Claude Code. So instead of taking this one, we are decided to run this one. Systemctl is active nginx, this one. So this is only outputting us as active. So instead of using this command and getting this output and using it in our bash script, so this is the easiest one and most suitable one. So we are selecting this one. So we don't need to take all the suggestions from our Claude Code. Instead we can take the decisions and create our bash script. So we have already, oh sorry, I will exit from here again. Actually, we have already generated our bash script. So let's say we have take the proposal of our Claude Code, and after that we have created this script, bash script. So let's go through this very simply. Okay, here this one. So if we look here, this script collects evidence about health of the Ubuntu server and Nginx application, then generates the report. So this is the main thing this script is doing. This script collects evidence about the health of the Ubuntu server and Nginx application and then generates a report. Then set the basic information. The script stores your name, service name, that means Nginx, target URL, disk threshold, memory threshold in variables. So, and also it was founded our report location. It finds the main assignment folder and sets the report path. And it is this one, this one. Okay, here, this one, this command. Okay, here, make it smaller, like this. And you can see here, base dir. So, to find this, we are running this command. The command inside here. And there you can see change directory. So when we are running our bash script, we are actually inside our script folder. So this command finds the assignment's main folder and stores it full path in the base dir variable. Simply this one, this part. What this is doing, this is get the bash script location. And then here we are mentioning as dir name. That means this part is doing gets the folder containing the script, which in scripts. So this is this whole part. This is getting folder containing the script, which is, so actually the folder containing our script is scripts folder. So this is output in the scripts folder. And then here we are adding slash here and then add double dot. Double dot means we are going one folder up. So if we are going one folder up, as an example, so here inside here you can see scripts. So our current directory is our main project folder, week 3 Agentic Linux. And now we are going to go inside scripts. So inside this we are, now there is nothing, but we are going to create our bash script inside here. So this is the one outputting here. From here. And then if you are going one level up from there, like this, cd dot dot. Now if we run pwd, you can see this one. This is our project folder. So that's what we are doing here. Moves one level up to the assignment folder. So from this part, we are going one level up. So this will output our main project folder. And then it is running pwd and give that value, assign that value to this base dir variable name. cd navigates there temporary. pwd returns the full path. Okay, the next thing is this part is done. Find the report location, that is done. And then prepare the health checks. The checks array stores the names of 5 functions. If you can remember this bash script, we have an array. This one, this checks array. So this checks array is doing, it has the 5 checks we need to check. So if you closely see here, you can see these are functions. So by reading the name of these functions, you can understand what is these functions doing. This is check the service. This is check in the port. This is checking HTTP. This is checking disk, and this is checking memory. So we have put all of those functions into this checks array. So why we are putting like this? So later we are going to add this to a for loop. So by adding this to a for loop, we can run these 5 functions. That means these 5 checks as iterations. So if I go down and show you, this is our for loop. And here you can see this is our temporary variable. And then here, this is our array, all the items in our array, all the indexes. And then it is telling run this function. So one by one function will run using this for loop. And then it is prepare the report. The script creates the reports directory if needed and empties the previous working report before starting a new check. That means here you can see mkdir-p report dir. So this is the report dir. So in our base dir, that means main project directory, we are creating a folder called reports. So actually we have already created it. So from here, okay, mkdir-p, this one. So okay, here. If it is already created, it will not throw an error. If it is not created, it will create it. And then this one, this is the report file. So the report file, this variable we have already defined. So inside report dir, we are going to create Linux health report.txt, a file names Linux health report.txt. So inside here we are including our health report. Okay. Here you can see, as I explained earlier, so this part does nothing. And then this one, this is the file redirection command. And then creates a report file if it does not exist. It is creating an empty resource report file if does not exist. If it is already exist, it is make it empty. So this is what it is doing. So let's say if you are running this again, if you are running this one time, then this report file will be already created. So it has some content. So if you are running this script again, then what will happen? This file is already exist. So it will empty the content. So if we need to create something, let's say there is some, so in here we are intentionally breaking our application. So in such cases, if we need to keep our failure report file evidence. We need to copy this somewhere. The reason is here it is, if it is already exists, this is emptying it. So that means this is overwriting every time. Okay, the next one is, let's go here. Then prepare the report. This part is done. Then track the results. It starts 3 counters at 0. Pass count, won't count and fail count. So we go to our report, you can see there are some counter variables. You can see initial pass count is 0, warning count is 0 and failure count is 0. So as I mentioned earlier, when we are running our checks, some checks can be passed. So we are running 5 checks. Let's say our application is healthy and also our everything is in healthy state. So in such cases, all the 5 checks, they should be passed. That means here you can see in this mark pass as pass. Okay, let me make it full screen. And then this is one function. It is check service. We are checking here our Nginx service. So you can see if system CTL is active Nginx. Here the service name is Nginx. So this command is systemctl is active Nginx. So if this is true, that means active. So then it is saying run this mark pass with this Nginx service is active. That means let's go to this mark pass function. It is defined here. It is saying pass count. Pass count equals pass count plus 1. That means there is our initial pass count. It is 0. So if this mark pass function is running, it is increasing our counter variable by 1. So like so, if this every check is successful, so the function running is this mark pass. So mark pass is running means this counter variable here, pass count plus 1, it is increasing by 1. So let's say all the 5 checks are successful. Then that means mark pass variable, mark pass function, this is run 5 times. That means this pass count. So pass count means pass count plus 1. So one check is successful. Then 0 plus 1, 1. Then next check is successful. Mark pass is running. Pass count is 1 plus 1, 2. The next check is successful. So mark pass is running. Mark pass is running inside those checks. Inside these conditionals, success. If they are success, this mark pass is running. Here also, if it is success, mark pass is running. So if mark pass is running, this counter variable increases. Pass count plus 1. So 0, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2. Likewise, it is, if all the checks are healthy, it will become 5. So If some check is failed, it is running this mark failure. So let's say this one. Let's go to this check service and I can explain from that. And then if this is failed, if this is not true, that means Nginx is not active, then this block is not running. Instead, this block is running. And that means this mark failure function is running. So what happens if this mark failure function is running? That means this is the mark failure, this one. So you can see if mark failure function is running, this failure count, it is increased by 1. Failure count plus 1. That means here this count is initially 0. It will become 0 plus 1. So if another check is fails, so again inside that function this mark failure will run, and then failure count increases by 1. So then the next one is mark warning. So we can find mark warning in here, disk usage, and also check memory. So in this usage, so our logic is if the disk usage is between, okay, you can see here if disk usage is greater than or equals this failure threshold. So we have a threshold for check our failure, disk failure. So let's see what is the disk failure threshold. That is 90. So if it is greater than 90, okay, here, greater than or equal this value, then it will become, okay, this is this warning threshold, this is failure threshold. Then then this block runs. That means mark failure will run. So if it is not greater than or equal to 90, then it will become to this phase, this block. Then it is checking if this usage is greater than or equal to this warning threshold. So let's go and check what is the this warning threshold. So you can see it is 80. So this means check disk here. If this usage is greater than or equal to this warning threshold, that means here it should be, it is 80. This warning threshold is 80. So this is greater than or equal to 80. That means if it is not true from here, that means it is not equal to 90. But if it is true from here, that means it should become in between 80 and 90. That means 80 to 89. So it will then this block run. This block run means this mark warning function. Mark warning means we can go here to check where is the mark warning. Okay, you can see here. It will increase warning count by 1. Here initial value is warning count 0. It will become plus 1. That means 1. So when we are checking the overall status of our the output, if there is, okay, I will explain using here. Okay, here if there is at least one failure, so here you can see create the final summary. The script displays total pass, won and fail results and decides the overall status. So we need these checks for decide our overall status. So if there is at least one failure, so overall status become fail. That means exit code is 2. So where did we find this exit code? I will explain this later. And let's say there is no failure result, and then we are going to this space. That means warn. If there is at least one warning, it is considered overall health as 1. So the exit code is 1. So if there is no failures or warnings, the overall status become healthy. So the exit code is 0. Okay, here make it full screen. Okay, in this print summary, you can see if failure count is greater than or if failure count is greater than 0, that means it is at least need to be 1. If this condition is true, then we are considering overall status as fail. And then the script exit code is 2. And then if this is not true, we are coming here. Then we are checking if the warning count is greater than 0. That means if this warning count is at least 1, then overall status we are considering as 1. And then this script exit code become 1. Else, we are considering there is no failure count, no warning count. So the overall status is healthy and script exit code is 0. And then, okay, this part is done. Okay, here, capture recent log. The script collect the latest 5 Nginx service log entries and add them to the report. So, here, this one. You can see capture recent logs function. So, actually, in the script, here we have shebang line and here we have variables, and then this is an array, and then counter variables, and then creating file and creating folder and creating report file, and then here you can see we are defining functions here until here, and then actually this is the main section. This is the main section of our script. So these are the things actually run. Print header, then this for loop, and then capture recent log. This is what I was mentioning. So let's see where this function was explained. So here, as we see here, the script collects the latest 5 Nginx service log entries. Latest 5 Nginx log entries. Here, you can see -n5. Journal CTL-U, service name is Nginx. You can, if you go up, you can see the service name as Nginx. And then this function is checking that. So that one is done. And then create the final summary. The script displayed the, okay, I did this one, and save and return the result. Everything is displayed in the terminal and saved in the health report. The script then exits with exit code that matches the final status. So everything is displayed in the terminal and saved in the health report. So yesterday I explained that using this write line function. Okay, here. This one. It is displays in the terminal as well as it is appended into this report file as well. That is what it mentioning here. So this bash script runs 5 server health checks. Record each result as pass, won, or fail. What is the overall summary? This bash script runs 5 server health checks and then records each result as pass, won, or fail, and adds recent Nginx logs and generates a health report and returns an exit code showing the server's overall condition. So this is what exactly happening here. Okay. So yesterday we ran this bash script, and so we did this part, and okay, today we can also run this one. You can just create this folder, so this file. It is not taking that much time. Okay, my is stopped. Okay, I need to log in again. Okay, I'm inside my terminal, and then I need to navigate to my project folder, and then I need to, let's check. Okay, all is correct. I'm opening this in Nano Editor and then copying this content like this, pasting here, and in here you need to change one thing, your name. It is at the top, so you can see here for this full name variable you need to give your full name. Like this. So other things are okay. You can just type Control O, enter, and Control X. I'll check it again. Okay, no problem. Control X. And then we need to give execute permissions first. So you know this command well right now. I'm giving execute permissions and confirming that ls-l. Okay, it has execute permissions, and then we can, okay, I think there is, okay, here. This one, we are checking for syntax errors. In our script. So there is no output, that means no syntax errors. We can safely run this one. Okay. Now in the next this task 5, we are going to run and understand the healthy state report. So here we need to run the bash script against the healthy server and verify that it creates a report. So we are going to run our bash script. Run the script, capture its exit code immediately and display the report and confirm that there are no failed checks before continuing. So before continuing, we need to make sure there is no failed checks. Because first we need to see a healthy state report. As I said earlier, to check if something went wrong, we need to, first of all, we need to check if how it looks when it is correct. Everything is going well. So here we are going to run our script. Okay, let's here we cannot run this just using // because we are in this main folder. That's why we are adding this script as well. Okay, you can see this is the output come to our terminal. So you can see what are the things here. So here the header function, I think the name, okay, here print header function is ran. Print header function, you can see here. Where is the print header function? Here you can see this is the print header function. We make this screen bigger. You can see this one is printing, and then Linux incident tried, this is printing, and this one is printing, and our full name will be print there, and the timestamp, host name, target service, which is Nginx, and then target URL, and there is an empty line. Here you can see all of those things. And then our instead of looking at our script, we can tell these are the 5 checks. These are the result of those 5 checks. So if we go to our script, you can see here this for loop has run in this main section. After this print header, we have this for loop. So one by one function has run our check functions. So if we go and see our, not here, here in this checks array, you can see these 5 functions are there. So our one by one health check functions are running. Here you can see all of the 5 functions become pass. Nginx service is active, port 8 is listening, local HTTP check result return status 200, root disk usage is 65%, available memory is 571 MB. So if you need to know how this has come, I can explain one. Let's go to Nginx service function. And then let's go to Nginx service function. I think it is the first one. Okay, here. Check service function. It is saying if systemctl is active, Nginx. If this is true, that means it need to run this mark pass Nginx service is active. So this means the argument, okay, the thing we are giving to this mark pass function, this Nginx service is active. So for this mark pass function, this will be $1. So if you are going up, you can see here mark pass. So for that, this is the right line. So right line function means this one. So first it is printing this pass. According to this, it will print in this pass. So you can see in here, this part has printed. And then, so we are checking this one. So this one has printed. And then this $1 need to be printed. This $1 means the thing we are giving next to this mark pass function here. In this check service with mark pass, we have given Nginx service is active. So this is the $1 for this mark pass function. So here you can see then it will print, right line will print this one and this $1 of mark pass. So this whole thing will be $1 for this right line function. So in this right line function, we are telling echo $1. So this whole thing is $1 for right line function. Then it will print this in our terminal, this whole thing. So if we go here, we can confirm it. This whole thing has been printed. And also it is append into this report file as well. This one. Report directory / Linux health report.txt. It is append into this report file as well. So these 4 checks, this is happening as the same. And then these are the recent Nginx service logs, last 5 lines. So that is this function, this one. This one. Capture recent logs. This one has run. And then the next function is this print summary. So print summary means this whole thing. Here we have defined the print summary, this whole thing. Okay. So you can see here, summary. Okay, let's go here, print summary again. And then local overall status. Okay. As I defined yesterday, this is local variable. So, and also this one is also local variable. It is exit inside this function. So if failure count is greater than 0, if this is true, then overall status is fail. Script exit code will be 2. Else, elif. So here we have to compare 3 values. So that's why we have added elif here as well. So if the warning count is greater than 0, then overall status should be 1 and then exit code should be 1, and else it must be held. That means script exit code is 0. So from those values, we are here printing those things. Here we are printing empty line. Then we are printing this summary, and then we are printing this. For this pass, we are printing pass count, and then for this warn, we are printing warning count. So for this fail, we are printing failure count. Sometimes this may have value and also this may not have value. This can be 0 as well. So, and then we are deciding the overall status from this logic, and that one we are printing here. So this overall status means this local variable we define here, and then here we are printing script exit code as well. So it is also taking from this logic 2, 1 or 0, and then we are also printing what is the report file. So if someone is checking this, they can go inside this report file and check it. And then also we are telling it to return our script exit code 0, 1 or 2. Okay, here you can see pass count is 5 because all the checks have passed. And then won count is 0, fail count is also 0. Pass count is 5 means overall status is healthy. And script exit code is 0 because if it is passed, if overall status is healthy, that means script exit code is 0. And here, as we mentioned, this report file, it is also printed here. And then we need to, right after we run this script, we need to okay, can you see capture its, run the script, capture its exit code immediately, because if we run some command after we run the script, and if we try to catch the exit code, it will not giving it. So because of that, we are going to run this one. So here this $0 okay, I can show you from here. It's loading. I have slide explaining these dollar values. Okay. Okay, here. If it is dollar and question mark, it is the exit code of the previous command. That is why we need to run this command, this one, right after running this script. It is also mentioning capture its exit code immediately. So we are going to run this one. So what is this doing is here. You can see what is this doing. Script exit code is this one. This stores the exit code of the command that ran immediately before it. Your bash script inside the terminal variable. So we are running this in terminal. So we are going to store this exit code of our previous command. So our bash script in this terminal variable. Okay, let's first run this command. So we are going to store this exit code of our bash script. Let me clear the screen. Okay, then this value is assigned to this terminal variable, and then we need to echo it. We need to display it. So for that, we are going to run this command. It will print. So we can guess what it will print. So it will print this part, captured exit code, and then this terminal variable. That means the exit code can run it. So you can see captured exit code, and this one, it is 0. And then we are going to run this one and we are going to look at the health check report. Let me clear the screen first. Okay, you can see everything we have seen in our terminal. They are here as well. These things and this header and our name, timestamp, post name, these checks and also recent engineering service logs, and then the summary, our exit code, also the report file. So this file has been created. And then, okay, that part is done. And then we are going to create our Linux trial skill. So here, what we are going to do is, what is the agentic loop in this assignment? So first we are gathering. That means using our bash script, the Linux trial skill first runs and it will run this bash script. The bash script checks these things and it saves those evidences in this report. And then the analyzing part happens. Okay, let us create this skill and let's see what is happening. So I'll first create this skill file. So first I will run this command so I can make sure I am in the correct folder. Okay, then this one. Okay, this is my previously created one. I have already created it, so no problem. So I have added this content here. So if we read this, you can see what is here. It has the name, description, and it has allowed tools. It only allows this bash, read, and grep. There are no write tools. And also disable model invocation, we have set it to true. And then this it is telling when this skill need to be invoked. So when this skill is invoked, first it need to read our Claude.md before doing anything else. So it is telling here, before doing anything else, please read Claude.md first. And then it is telling run this command. So let's see what is this one is saying. Here. True means a built-in command that does nothing and always exit with code 0. Code 0 means success. So this is running Linux trial.sh. This is running this command, this script file, and if it is fails, the failure is ignored. The command still exists successfully overall. So that's why we are running this command. Okay, then read report / Linux health report.txt. Then we are telling it, okay, first we are telling it, please read Claude.md before anything else. And then please run this bash script, the one we created. And then please read this report. You need to read this report and you need to report the following things. So report overall status. Report everyone know fail result. So also exact evidence from the report. And then most likely cause supported by the evidence. So it is telling this most likely cause based on these evidences. It is not telling it randomly. And then one safe recovery command for the human to review. So it is giving us one safe recovery command. So we can take a decision, and if we need, we can run it and fix our issue. And then also it will give us one verification command. And if every check passes, so as our previous one, if every check passes, clearly state, it is saying clearly state that no recovery action is required. And then do not, and it is after that it is saying do not edit files, do not use sudo, do not stop, start, restart, install, delete or modify anything. So it can't do these things. And also never execute the recovery command. So it can only provide the human this recovery command, but we are telling it never execute this recovery command. And finally it is telling ask the human to review and run the recovery action manually. So this is only giving us one safe recovery command and also one verification command. Okay, let's save this file. And then come here. And we need to start our Claude code session and run this skill. So if you have already opened this in another terminal, you need to close it and exit first and then start it again. Okay, you can see the skill already it is showing us. We are going to run it. Okay, let's see what it is saying. So here, in here, it is saying report the following overall status. Let's see if it is report the overall status. Yes, overall status is healthy. Pass count is 5, won 0, fail 0. Here, every won or fail result. And here it is saying failed or won in checks, none. All 5 checks passed. And then exact evidence from the report. So we are telling it, give us the exact evidence from the report. So it is providing that evidence from report, pass. So this is the evidence from the report for those checks. And then most likely cause supported by evidence. Okay, this part is also logs are also here. And then most likely cause, no incident. The log shows Nginx was stopped and restarted. Likelier routing or manual action. So I have tested this before. That's why it is showing something like this. Otherwise, you will not see something like that if you don't do so. So it is also telling us this is the time I have did it, but the service is currently active, listening on port 80 and returning HTTP 200. Available memory is 328 MB. Is on the low side and worth keeping an eye on. Okay, it is give us some suggestion as well, but it isn't flagged as won or fail by the script threshold because our threshold is 100 MB. So no root cause is claimed here. Okay. And here we also said if every check passes, clearly state that no recovery action is required. So it is clearly stated no recovery action is required. The system is healthy. And then we need verification command and recovery command. So verification command, it is just suggesting safe to run anytime to recheck. Systemctl status nginx -- no pager. So this is the result it is giving to us for our healthy server. Okay. Okay, this one is run. And then we are going to task 7. Okay, before that I can go here and then agentic loop in this assignment. As I have explained earlier, it is gathering in this gathering phase. It is the bash script. So the Linux trial skill first runs bash script / linux trial.sh. So our skill first running this script. Our skill first run this script, and the bash script checking all these 5 checks, and then it saves this evidence in this report file, and then the analyzing. Okay, then the analyzing. Analyzing part is done by Claude code. Claude reads this health report and analyzes the evidence. It identifies which checks passed or fails and explains the likely cause and recommends a safe recovery command. Okay. And then let's check this by simulate an Nginx incident and let the skill diagnose it. Okay. Here you can see the goal: create a control service failure, gather evidence through bash, and let Claude analyze the evidence without taking recovery action. So it is only analyze it and giving us command to run and also a verification command. So what we are going to do? First of all, we need to exit from our Claude terminal. So we are running /exit, and then me clear the screen. And then what we are going to do is we are going to intentionally stop our Nginx service here. Sudo systemctl stop Nginx. Okay. And then we can check it by using this command: systemctl is active Nginx. This one. Okay, it is showing us inactive. And then you can also run this command as well. Okay, it is showing us failed to connect to localhost. Could not connect to the server. Okay, now let's go to our Claude code and again run our Linux trial skill and see what will be happen. We are going to our Claude terminal again by typing this And then we are going to run Linux trial skill like this. And let's see what is happening. Okay, it is running this command, you can see, and then it is reading our report file. And let's see what it is saying. Okay, you can see here, it is running this script. And then it is reading this report file. And then it is giving Linux trials report analysis. So the overall status is fail. 2 pass, 0, 1, 3 fail. So you can see there are 2 passes, but the one prioritized for this overall status is fail status. So that's why overall status become fail. So even if this is 1, the overall status will be fail. So these are the fail checks. So there are only 3 because we did this to Nginx only. So the other 2 checks are, you can see here, they are pass. Root disk usage is 65 and available memory is 386. So these has not changed. They are still healthy. So these all Nginx check, Nginx service is not active, port 80 is not listening, local HTTP check, return state 000. So these 3 are failed. So these are the exact evidence from the report. And then here you can see recent Nginx service log, last 5 lines. It is also printed here. And it is analyzed and it is saying us most likely cause. The log show Nginx was running, started at this time. It is considering about this Nginx logs. It is saying the logs show Nginx was running, started at this time, and then was deliberately stopped at 18:29:12, stopping Nginx service. Deactivated successfully. So it is not that it crashed. This directly explains all 3 failures. The service is inactive. So port 80 has nothing listening on it. And the local HTTP check gets no connection at all. So this is the output. And disk and memory are both healthy and ruling out the resource exhaustion as the cause. So it is telling us, it is here. It is not trash. This directly explains all 3 failures. And it is telling us what is the cause for this one. Nginx was running and that was deliberately stopped. At this time, it is exactly show the time. When was the Nginx was started running and when it is stopped. And it is telling us that it's crashed, not that it crashed. And this directly explains all 3 failures. And then it is telling also telling us this is the disk percentage and this is memory and both are healthy. So they are ruling out the resource exhaustion as the cause. And then it is providing us one safe recovery command. So that this is the time this part is doing some meaningful work. This one safe recovery command for human to review. So it is giving us one. This one. sudo systemctl start nginx and one verification command. This is the verification command. And it is telling here, no root cause ambiguity here. The log entries explicitly show a clean stop, not a crash. It is saying from these log entries, it is recognized. It is explicitly showing a clean stop. It is not a crash. Per the safety rules, I have not started, restarted or modified anything. Please review and run the recovery command manually. So it is telling us, as mentioned here. Here you can see it is, we have tell us this thing and also ask the human to review and run any recovery action manually. So it is asking from us. Please review and run the recovery command manually. Then rerun the Linux try to confirm past status. So it is telling us you can rerun this skill again and you can confirm the past status. And it is also giving us a recap. Nginx tried found the service stop. Causing all three failures. Disk and memory are fine. Next, you manually run sudo systemctl start nginx, then verify with this command. It is the recap, what the recap showing. And then what we are going to do next. So here you can see Claude code is analyzing. Claude read this Linux health report.txt and analyzes the evidence. It identifies which checks passed or fails and explains the likely cause and recommends a safe recovery command. So Claude did this part, analyzing part. So now we are going to do this human act, this part. Claude does not run the recovery command. You review the evidence and recommendation. Decide whether it is safe and manually run this command. So in this incident, it is mentioning us to run this command. Okay. Now we are going to that part. It is this. Okay. Okay. Before running anything, as I mentioned earlier, this, if you are running, if you are do the fix, that means if we run sudo systemctl start nginx and if we run the skill again, it will overwrite our previous file. So it is something like this. Okay, I can show you from this. The solution walkthrough is there. I will refresh it again. Let's go to the solution walkthrough. Okay, here is some. Okay, it is still loading. Let's go to our assignment again. So as we fix this, and after that, if we run this skill again, it will overwrite our report file. So in this case, we need to keep our failure report file so we can compare what is happened in our failure and then what is happened after our fix. So for that, we are going to copy this file, and then we are going to create a new file called incident failure.txt by this file. So when we are running our script again, sorry, our kill again, this file will be replaced with new content, but we have this one persistent because we have copy and create a new file from that. So let's run this one. Okay. First, we need to exit from here. Okay. Clear the screen. Run this one. Then we can check if it is created. Okay. Why it is not showing? Because it is inside this reports. So we can check ls reports. Okay, you can see this file has created incident failure report.txt. So we can also see what is inside there. That is what we are doing by this one here. Okay, you can see everything in that in our previous file. It is mentioned here. So it is saying overall status is fail and script exit code is 2. Here you can see 3 fail checks and 3 checks are passed. So actually we previously we haven't go through it because our agent did it. So this was how the output was showing. Okay, that part is done. And then recover manually, verify again and write the incident summary. Okay, we are going to, so here, recover the services as the human operator and prove that the system is healthy again. Okay, we are going to run this command. We are going to start Nginx again, service again. Here, let me clear the screen first. And then we have start Nginx and we can check the status. System CTL status Nginx -- no pager. Okay, you can see here it is active running and also enabled. Okay, also we can run this command as well. Systemctl is active Nginx. Like this. You can see the output is active. And then this curl command. Let's see what is the output. Okay, you can see 200. Okay. Let me clear the screen. And then now what we have done here. In here, you can see we did this human act part. That means Claude code does not run the recovery command. You review the evidence and the recommendation. So decide whether if it is safe and manually run the command. So now we manually ran this sudo systemctl start nginx command. And then we did this verify part as well. First, you perform the quick verification. We have ran this systemctl is active nginx, so it returns as active, and also this command as well. So as the next part, we are also going to run this kill and verify again. So let's go and run this kill. For that, we need to open our Claude code like this, and then run our Linux triage skill. So in here also you can go with these tabs as well. So I can run like this. It will show me the suggestions I can run. Press the tab and run this again. Okay, it is running this command, running the bash script, and then it is reading the report. Then it is providing us Linux triage report. So now we have fixed it, and then overall status is healthy. It is saying all 5 checks are passed. No warnings, no failures. And then failed or warning checks are none. So evidence from the report. All the checks are passed, and recent log show a clean expected restart cycle, not a crash. And most likely cause cell. So now we have fixed everything, so no incident. The log entries reflect a normal stop or start cycle prior to the current healthy run. So we have stopped before, now we have started again. There is no evidence of a crash, config error, or resource exhaustion. And it is clearly mentioning, as we advised to it, no recovery action is required. Nothing to fix, so I am not providing recovery command. So as there is nothing to fix, it is not providing a recovery command. So then verification command, safe to rerun anytime to confirm status hasn't changed. It is giving us safe verification command. And then it is again saying us memory is low, but it is not flagged because the threshold is different. Worth keeping an eye of it in trends further down, though no action is warranted right now. So this part has done. And then let's go and see here. Again, to report all 5 checks and confirm. So what we have done by running this skill again, to repeat all 5 checks and confirm that the complete system has returned to a healthy state. So here you can see all the 5 checks have passed. It is analyzing it and also giving evidence from the report, and it is saying us there is no pause, no recovery action needed, and it is giving us the output like this, and it is saying overall status is now healthy. Okay, so the both are part of verification. The manual commands provide an immediate check. So manually we are running systemctl is active nginx, and the other command, this one we have run. So these are giving quick verifications. So this one, the second Linux triage run provides a complete health check and create the recovery report. Okay, so let's see what we need to do next. Okay. Okay. Here we ran this one. Then after the skill finishes run, we are going to copy that one again. That means we are going to copy the report created to recovery report.txt. So we can keep this as persistent. Okay, let's do it. We need to exit from here first. Okay, done. Let me clear the screen. and then copy this one, and then we can check what are the files we have right now. Okay, you can see here we have incident failure report. This is the one we have copy and pasted from our last skill running. Last means not this one, previous one. So this is persistent, and this is recovery report. This one is also we have make it persistent, and then this Linux health report.ts. This is the current one. Okay, then at the last one, you need to create an incident summary. So for that, you can do something like this. You can create this incident summary MD file, open it, and then you need to use this structure. Here, I have pasted it. And here you can change your names like, like this. Like this. And you can change the date like this. The date is 17/7/2026, and you can here you can report symptom, explain what appeared to be broken, and the evidence you collected, list the failed bash checks and the exact evidence they show, and most likely cause, explain the cause using only the collected evidence, and what is the human approved recovery action. Write the command you review and execute manually. This one is for me is systemctl, systemctl, sudo systemctl start nginx, that one. And what is the verification command? Explain which output prove that nginx and the application recovered. And what is the safety decision? Explain why the AI skill was allowed to gather and analyze evidence but was not allowed to restart the service. And agentic loop mapping. Explain how this incident follows gather, analyze, human act, and verify. So I have explained these things as well. So you can write this report on your own, and in the solution document I have added a sample. That means what I have got from my output. So you can take that as a reference and create your one. I think the assignment is done now. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining. I think you get an idea now about the assignment.